What's up everyone, this is Tranquil Toys, back with another review, and this time I'm taking a look at another figure from the Quintessential Quintuplet SEGA Moving Good line, and this is the figure of Nino Nakano, of course one of the Quintessential Quintuplets. One of the ones that I didn't really like, at least not at first. I thought she was kind of annoying because of her character, like she hated the tutor kid, I forgot his name. But yeah, she didn't like the tutor at first, and then kind of took a while for her to realize that she did like him. I know there's a lot of characters like that. That's kind of like one of those character archetypes, but I feel like this one kind of went overboard because she poisoned, or because she poisoned the main character in like the first episode. Not a good first impression. So it did take a while for me to, get used to her and start liking her as a character. There were some good moments where she shared her real feelings towards the end of the series, but honestly I don't really remember that much. I mentioned this in the previous review. I don't really remember a whole lot from the anime. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I didn't really watch the movie. I just kind of skipped through it because I didn't really like that they made a movie, and I didn't like which girl the main character ended up with. Anyway, enough about the anime, let's talk about the figure. And the first thing I'll show you is the box. So very similar to the previous box, except it's a different color now, but you still have the same, pictures of the figure. And yeah, the articulation is not good, and that really shows in the poses. Like, the poses don't look natural, they look kind of awkward, and that's due to the fact that the articulation is not that great. Some stuff that I can't read on the back and on the bottom. More pictures of the figure, pretty much the same. I do like the color that they picked for this box, that purplish color. And then just to remind you what the previous one looked like, this is the one for Ichika. So same thing, got the awkward poses, and this box was pink. That's one thing I like about some action figure boxes, is when the boxes have different colors. They look similar, but they just have a few things different about them depending on the character. Kind of like the Frontline Chaos figures. That's why I like those boxes also. Take a closer look at the figure. Comes with a stand. Comes with the same set of hands that the previous figure came with. So I'm guessing all the figures are going to come with the same hands. 2 open hands, 2 fists, and then 2 relaxed hands, which are on the figure. Then 2 alternate faces, and she has 2 faces. This one's an angry face. I don't really like the way that they sculpted the mouth though. It looks kind of odd. The face looks fine, but once you put it on the figure, there's something that just doesn't look right about it, and we'll get into that in a second. And the face that's already on the figure is just kind of like a smiling one. Take a closer look at that in a second. Also comes with a stand. All the figures come with the same stand. I thought they were going to be different colored, but this one's just white, just like the previous one. So I guess all the stands are going to be white. Like I mentioned before, I'm not a huge fan of this anime. I do like the overall story though, and the main character's interactions with the quintuplets. And it wasn't too over the top with the fan service. I know a lot of animes where there's a bunch of girls and there's one guy that has to pick one of those girls. They go over the top with the fan service, which is something that really annoys me. But with this one, they had fan service, but it wasn't, there was a few moments where it was kind of annoying, but less than other animes. This video is not about the anime, it's about the figure. I like this outfit a lot more than the previous one, which I had right over here. I'll do a comparison later. I like this outfit a lot more, but again, she's wearing shorts, so I would have preferred pants or longer shorts or something like that. I don't really care about these outfits that much. I'm mainly getting this just for the head sculpts, so I can do head swaps. Speaking of the head sculpt, this one is pretty good. I like the hair. She also has her hair accessories. Turned out pretty good. The hair is nice. The face is nice. It's not like Figma or Fig Arts. It sort of has a cheaper look to it. And the paint on the shirt is pretty good. It's clean. It's not splotchy or anything. Even on the arms, it turned out pretty good. But then again, the lower part of the shirt here is like that rubbery material, so it does crease easily. It gets a bunch of creases on it, so if you're going to pose it in a way that creases that part, the creases are going to be permanent. The wrinkles are going to stay in there permanently, so you got to be careful of that. And the articulation is exactly the same. It's exactly the same with this figure, and all the figures are going to be the same. There might be some differences and limitations of posability because there are some figures that wear different outfits. I'm curious to see how the Yotsuba figure is going to move because she does have that bear suit. So I'm interested to see if they're going to use this rubbery material again. Because you would think for a bear costume they wouldn't need that. They just make it all out of plastic and then paint it. But who knows? This is a new line. I have no idea what Sega's plan is with this line. I'm kind of interested to see what kind of other animes they're going to do. So I'm hoping this is not just a one-time thing for this anime, but I'm hoping they branch out to doing other animes that don't have any, or that don't have a lot of posable figures. But definitely a lot of room for improvement, because yeah, these figures are just not that great. But if you want to do customs and especially head swaps, I think that's where these figures really shine. Swap the face out. So the face looks good, but once you put the hair, it covers up the eyebrows, so it kind of hides the expression that she's making with her, angry eyebrows. So it just looks kind of weird. Looks a little bit odd to me, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. So comparing with the Ichika figure, Nino looks a bit bigger. I don't know why, but she just looks taller. Even though they're quintuplets, they should all have the same body. Now I'll compare it next to some other figures from other lines. G.I. Joe Classified General Hawk. And I won't be reviewing G.I. Joe figures anymore. I don't get that many views on them, and I can't get them early enough. Some other people get them early and they get all the views, so it's kind of pointless to do a review, and I don't really have that much to say. Here she is next to Modular Iron Man, Marvel Legends. Here she is next to Figma Mio Honda. Here she is next to Figuarts Sagiri from Hell's Paradise. Here she is next to Man at Arms from He-Man Masterverse. And here she is next to Patriot Studio Resident Evil 4 Remake Leon. So that's it for the comparisons. Now we'll do some head swaps. First head swap is going to be with Frontline Chaos Maid figure. So here's what that looks like. Pretty cool. I think this is like something that she would wear, but probably more colorful than this. It doesn't look too bad though. I think it looks alright. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Here's a winter outfit. Again, Frontline Chaos body with some random clothes thrown on there. This one also looks pretty good. And like I mentioned in the past, there's a lot of things you can do with just this head sculpt and these bodies. You can basically put any outfit together and it's going to look decent. And here's another simple outfit that works pretty well. You guys let me know what you think about that. And here's the last one I'm going to show you guys. I think this one works pretty well also. You guys let me know what you think. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And that's it for this review. If you haven't seen the review of the Ichika figure, check it out. To wrap this video up, I don't really have anything new to add to what I said in the last review. It's an okay figure on its own, but I'm mainly buying it just for the head swaps. Just for the head sculpts to do head swaps. I would have preferred if the figure was something closer to this, with this kind of body and with actual cloth clothes. I guess what they're giving us is okay. That's all I got to say about this figure. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to see more pictures, follow me on Instagram at TrendKillToys. And yep, that's all I got to say. I'll see you in the next one.